Why you need to stop seeking approval and start living for yourself. Have you ever caught yourself wondering, what do they think of me? Maybe you're scrolling through social media, anxiously waiting for likes, or replaying a conversation in your head, worrying whether you said the wrong thing. Or you're about to make a decision, but pause because you're afraid someone might not approve. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know two things. First, you are not alone. Second, you don't have to live like this anymore. Because here's the hard truth nobody tells you. The habit of seeking approval is stealing your happiness, your confidence, and your life. Today, we're going to explore why you feel the need to seek approval, why it's so addictive, how it silently sabotages your success, and, most importantly, how to finally break free. If you've ever felt trapped by the fear of judgment, if you're tired of people-pleasing, or if you want to start living authentically and boldly, then stay with me, because this might just be the video that changes your life. Let's dive in. Part 1. The psychology of approval seeking. Let's start with the big question. Why do humans crave approval in the first place? To answer that, we have to go way back, not just to your childhood, but to our species' ancient history. Picture early human tribes tens of thousands of years ago. Back then, your survival depended entirely on the group. Being accepted meant safety, food, protection. Being rejected could mean death. So our brains evolved a powerful mechanism, social belonging. We became wired to care what others thought. We developed instincts to read facial expressions, tone of voice, body language, all so we could fit in, avoid conflict, and stay safe. Fast forward to today, we're no longer running from lions, we're not living in caves, but our ancient wiring still lingers. That's why you feel an almost physical anxiety if you think someone disapproves of you. That's why a single negative comment online can haunt you for days. But there's more. As we grow up, this wiring gets shaped by our environment. Maybe as a kid, you learned that love was conditional. Maybe your parents praised you when you performed well and withdrew affection when you didn't. Maybe you were criticized for speaking your mind, so you learned to stay quiet and agreeable. Bit by bit, you internalized a belief. I need other people's approval to feel worthy. Here's the irony. Approval seeking feels like a survival tool, but in reality, it keeps you trapped. Because you're constantly scanning for signs of disapproval, modifying your behavior, second-guessing your choices, all to avoid rejection. And the cost is massive. Part 2. The hidden costs of seeking approval. Let's talk about what approval seeking is really costing you. 1. It kills your authenticity. When you're obsessed with getting people to like you, you suppress your true opinions, desires, and personality. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You hide your quirks. You become a chameleon, blending into whoever you're with. But deep down, you know the truth. If people only like the version of you that's edited and filtered, you'll always wonder whether they'd love the real you. It drains your mental energy. Approval seeking turns everyday life into an exhausting mental game. Did I say that right? Should I have posted that photo? Do they think I'm weird? Your mind becomes a courtroom where you're always on trial. It's mentally and emotionally draining. It creates anxiety and fear of judgment. Here's a hard truth. You can't control how people perceive you. You could be the sweetest, kindest, most agreeable person on earth, and someone will still dislike you. But the approval seeker lives in constant fear of that possibility. They're terrified of criticism, rejection, or simply being misunderstood. That fear becomes a prison. It leads to people-pleasing and resentment. Approval seekers often say yes when they mean no. They volunteer for things they don't want to do. They sacrifice their own needs to keep others happy. But over time, resentment builds. You start feeling invisible, unappreciated, or used. And the worst part is, people usually have no idea you're suffering because you hide it so well. It sabotages your goals and success. When you're addicted to approval, you avoid risk, you play small, you stay silent in meetings even when you have great ideas. You let opportunities pass because you're afraid of what they might think. The cost? A life half-lived. It damages your self-esteem. Here's the cruelest part. The more you seek external validation, the more you get disconnected from your own worth. You start believing, I'm only valuable if people like me. I'm only lovable if I perform well. Your entire identity becomes tied to other people's reactions. And when the approval doesn't come, you feel worthless. But here's the good news. You don't have to live this way.
Part 3, signs you're stuck in approval seeking. So how do you know if you're trapped in the approval seeking cycle? Let's go through some signs. Sign number 1. You overthink social interactions. After every conversation, you replay it in your mind. Did I talk too much? Did they think that joke was weird? Instead of enjoying the moment, you analyze it to death. Sign number 2. You change yourself to fit in. Different friend group, different version of you. You become whoever you think they want. But deep down, you're exhausted from pretending. Sign number 3. You fear saying no. Saying no feels like rejection. You'd rather sacrifice your time, energy, or values than risk someone's disapproval. Sign number 4. You crave compliments. You feel good when people praise you, but crushed when they don't. Your mood swings depending on external validation. Sign number 5. You avoid conflict at all costs. Even when someone crosses your boundaries, you stay silent. You'd rather tolerate discomfort than rock the boat. Sign number 6. You feel anxious posting online. Before hitting publish, you obsess over how people will react. A lack of likes or comments sends you into a spiral of self-doubt. Sign number 7. You struggle to make decisions. You constantly ask others for their opinions. You're afraid of choosing wrong and being judged. If any of these resonate with you, don't feel ashamed. Awareness is the first step to change. Part 4. The path to freedom. How to stop seeking approval and start living for yourself. Let's talk about the most important part. How do you stop seeking approval and start living for yourself? Here's a roadmap. Step 1. Build self-awareness. You can't change what you're unaware of. Start noticing the moments you crave approval. When do you hold back your opinions? When do you feel anxious about being liked? When do you say yes when you mean no? Keep a journal. Write it down. Patterns will emerge. Step 2. Challenge your beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe I need others to approve of me? Where did I learn this? Often, you'll discover old childhood scripts running your life. Replace them with new truths. My worth is not dependent on other people's opinions. I am allowed to take up space and be myself. Step 3. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism fuels approval seeking. Let go of the idea that you must say the perfect thing, look perfect, or never offend anyone. Practice being good enough. Sometimes you'll make mistakes. People might disapprove. That's okay. You'll survive. Step 4. Practice saying no. Start small. If someone invites you to an event you don't want to attend, politely decline. It will feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel guilty. But each time you say no, you build inner strength. Remember, a no to them is a yes to yourself. Step 5. Learn to sit with discomfort. When you stop seeking approval, you'll feel vulnerable. People might disagree with you. Some might criticize you. Instead of running from that discomfort, sit with it. Breathe through it. Remind yourself, their opinions are not facts. I don't need everyone to like me. Step 6. Define your values. Approval seekers live by others' rules. To break free, define your own. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What kind of person do I want to be? What do I stand for? When you live by your values, you stop needing permission. Step 7. Focus on internal validation. Instead of chasing compliments, practice giving yourself validation. Write down things you're proud of. Celebrate your wins, even small ones. Speak kindly to yourself. Approval seeking is driven by self-doubt. Internal validation builds self-trust. Step 8. Accept that not everyone will like you. Here's a fact. No matter how amazing you are, someone won't like you. And that's okay. Let go of trying to control others' perceptions. Focus on being the best version of yourself. The people meant for you will love the real you. Step 9. Take small risks. Test the waters. Share an honest opinion. Post something online without obsessing over likes. Set a boundary. Each small act builds confidence and proves you can survive disapproval. Step 10. Seek professional help if needed. If approval seeking is deeply tied to trauma, therapy can help. A therapist can help untangle old wounds and build healthier patterns. There's no shame in seeking support. Part 5. The rewards of living free from approval seeking. Here's the beautiful part. When you stop living for approval, everything changes. You become authentic. People start experiencing the real you, your opinions, humor, quirks. Relationships become deeper and more genuine. You reclaim your energy. No more exhausting mental debates, no more pretending. Your mind becomes free to focus on your goals and passions. You gain confidence. When you stop chasing validation, you become self-assured. You trust your decisions. You know your worth. You attract the right people. When you're authentic, you repel those who don't vibe with you and attract those who love you for who you are. You achieve more. You take risks, speak up, pursue opportunities you once feared. You live a life true to yourself. I want to leave you with this. Your life is yours, not theirs. You were not born to be a mirror reflecting everyone else's expectations. You were born to shine in your own unique way. You don't need permission to be yourself. You don't need validation to live boldly. And you certainly don't need anyone's approval to know that you are worthy, lovable, and enough. Will people judge you sometimes? Yes. Will some disapprove of your choices? Of course. But you will survive. In fact, you'll thrive because the only approval that truly matters is your own. So let me ask you this. Where in your life are you still seeking approval? What's one small step you can take today to break free? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If this video resonated with you, give it a like, subscribe for more content on mindset and personal growth, and share it with someone who might need this message. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are enough, exactly as you are, and you deserve a life that belongs to you, not anyone else. See you in the next video.